Hey everyone, Richard Robbins here. Well, the numbers are in for the Calgary Real Estate Board for the month of November. Now, I try to do something different every recording. This time what I'm going to do at the very end, I'm going to show you the breakdown of how many, what percentage were condos, what percentage were detached, that sort of thing, and also show you the average price of all the different property types. First of all, let's look what happened January through to the end of November. We had 1,160 sales in November. October was 1,447. So you can see we're down by 20% in terms of unit sales. Not terribly uncommon as we start to move into November and December for our sales to be down. What happened with listings? Listings usually will go down as well. 6,493. Our active listings now are about 5,850. So again, you can see our active listings are down by 9.8% or 10%. Now, think about this. If our sales are down by roughly 20% and our active listings are down by, say, 10%, what should be happening to our months of inventory? It should be rising, right? So look at this. We had 4.5 months of inventory, which means we're in a balanced market, and we went up just a little bit to 5.1, which still keeps us in a balanced market. Now here's what's interesting. If you look at your whole year, you started January at 6.8, which again this is a buyer's market. Then we move into a more balanced market, 6, balance 5, 4.6, 3.9, slightly into a seller's market, but really still pretty balanced, and this is balanced all the way through. So because of that, if we look at this, what's going on with our prices over the course of 12 months? Our prices are almost the same. See, the market is very balanced. You know, months of inventory is going to determine price. Remember, above 6 buyers market, prices weakening. Below 4 sellers market, prices going up. But for the last 12 months, we've stayed in a very balanced market, which obviously you can see our prices have not hardly moved other than 0.4%. Look at sales, 1,173 sales in the same month last year, November of 18, opposed to 1,160, so we're off by 1.1%. Now, all of these numbers are very marginal changes, and really what's happening in Calgary right now is your market has been almost the same this year as it was last year. Yes, there have been marginal changes, but nothing that's creating a dramatic difference. So let's look at your months of inventory over the last few years. 2017, that was your strongest year. See, we're at just over 4 months. Went down here, went below 3. You can see what was happening. And then all of a sudden in here, whether it's 17, 18, 19, you know, they're relatively close. Was obviously 18, the stress testing, you know, we started to come in and it started to go a little above, and we ended up at 6.2 months of inventory. But you can see 2019 started a little higher. Remember, we ended a little higher. We started a little higher as well, but then what ended up happening is all of a sudden it went down, and you can see it almost touched what was going on in 2017, and then it drifted up a little bit here right at the end. So overall, market is not changing, and I think if you look at Calgary, it's same with Edmonton. Edmonton's a little slower than Calgary right now, but if you look at over the last couple of years, hasn't been dramatic changes in your marketplace. Now this is interesting. This is the sales breakdown. So you can see here, 61% of the sales that took place, okay, were detached properties. 16% were apartments, condo apartments, 9% semi-detached, and 13% row. So 40% roughly, okay, was everything except the detached, and the detached was 61% of your market. Now look over here, here's your prices. Your average price of a detached is $520,000 right now. Average price of an apartment is $253,000. Okay, semi-detached is $420,000, and of course your row housing is $324,000. So 60% of your homes that sell are detached. Your average detached price is $520,000. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. The next market I'm going to be doing, update I should say, I'm going to be doing is going to happen the 1st of January. When I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the total number of sales for 2019 to 2018 and 2017, so we get to see where we actually came in, you know, for a 12-month period, year over year over year. So I hope this was helpful. Markets, same, nothing changing that much, and I don't suspect we're going to see a lot of changes over the next little while. But anyway, remember everybody, it's a beautiful life. Make it count.